And now I would like to introduce my colleague from Spherity, Konstantin Tsabolov, and myself. And we both will talk about trusted issuer list, also known as known authority list. Yeah, and that's one of the white papers. And let's look into what's happening here. This is an implementation of a trusted issuer list. And first of all, we assume there's a governance body. Yeah, in our presentation today, the governance body is called Open Credentialing Initiative. It's a trusted industry governance body. For example, for the pharma supply chain, they all trust this governance body. And what we would like to show, what a trusted issuer list is. Should we do the GitHub?
Yeah, I actually can share the QR code so everybody can.
Oh yes, we have a QR code here, and everyone can scan it. And then basically also look in what's going on in the GitHub.
Yeah.
And I guess we can show this diagram.
Sure.
As well. And yeah, what do we have? So we basically have a Web3 front end. And this Web3... Now we have the QR code.
I'm just letting people to scan the QR code.
Yeah.
And I will let you to see the picture as well.
Excellent. So we have a Web3 front end, yeah. So this trusted governance body, such as the Open Credentialing Initiative, they have their front end. They have some governance rules, some thresholds rules, quorum rules, 3 out of 5, 6 out of 7, whatever the rules are. And with these quorum rules, they are managing a smart contract, in this case on a Ethereum blockchain. And this smart contract is representing the known authorities or the trusted issuer list. And all the companies that are part of the quorum rules, they basically participate with their wallets in a voting process, which means when the smart contract logic needs to be updated, there's a voting. When data in the trusted issuer list, known authority list, is being updated, and new authorities being added, and other authorities being removed, then the governance body or the representatives are voting and sending signed transactions to the blockchain. And now we do a real-life demo. Konstantin, over to you.
Yeah, so actually this is my first time performing on a stage, so please bear with me. So yeah, let me demonstrate the proof of concept which was created by my colleagues in Spherity. I tweaked it a little bit just to be in the colors of rebooting. So yeah. So what we gonna do? We are going to add Carsten as a state keeper. So as was described, only state keepers can change the list. They can add authorities or trusted issuers, as we call them inside Spherity, and also remove them. Yeah, so for that I'm going to copy Carsten's Ethereum address from here, and I'll create a proposal. So yeah, we are using MetaMask, but yeah, that's just a technical implementation detail. Yeah, it's not free, by the way. Yeah, you need to pay for Ethereum transactions. And also, yeah, as you might know, Ethereum is not the fastest blockchain, so we need to wait here because actually now a real transaction is performed on Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, the Ropsten one, the test network. Yeah. Just while we are waiting, okay, we are not waiting anymore. So there's a proposal. Now, because, let me update this page really quick. The quorum at the moment in the contract is set to 80%, but because we have only 2 state keepers at the moment, so only 1 yes is needed. So I'm going to vote for that. And again, yeah, Ethereum, the slow one. So, yeah, again waiting. So now the transaction is going to be performed in Ethereum, and the smart contract is going to add my vote to the voting process. So now the quorum is reached, so I'm going to enforce the proposal. So, and again, yeah, as you might think, yeah, we again need to do an Ethereum transaction. So, yeah, while this loading, I just wanted to note that we are using in this demo the web3.js library to communicate with Ethereum. So it was not created by us. So as we can see, the Ethereum address of Carsten's wallet was added as a state keeper, and I guess that should we show also the then.
I just added a DIT, and I confirmed it with my MetaMask wallet, submitted the transaction, we wait a bit, and I added a DIT called DIT RWOT, with a DIT method RWOT, hello.
Yeah.
Let's wait until the transaction is being submitted and confirmed, and then we basically, I as a new state keeper, basically are about to add a new trusted issuer.
Yep.
The RWOT organization.
Did it succeed? Still waiting?
It should be fine. Completed.
Yeah, I cannot see it.
On my side, it's done.
Okay. So.
You only have 60%. You have to have 2 people vote.
I just want to add that for the sake of simplicity, we didn't add the voting on the process of adding an authority, but as you might imagine, it's the same. We could add that also. So I think that's it.
Yeah, you refresh and then we get the questions, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
excellent. There's it. Yeah. If you would have done the voting, more transactions.
Thank you.
Real world. Trust issuer list, known authority list on the blockchain smart contract. Good stuff. Questions?
Sorry, I'm just ready to curmudgeon. And this isn't just for you. This is for everybody out here using QR codes. So the thing is, I mean, like, if you have any kind of security and, like, you tell, like, for example, your drivers, if somebody calls you and asks you for your secret key, don't tell them. People call the drivers and they say, hey, I'm from so-and-so, can you give me your secret key? And guess what? They tell them. And so I'm just curious, like with QR codes, it seems like all you guys with QR codes, like there's a big vulnerability because you can't even tell people like, well, make sure it says this.com on the top. You just see a QR code. And if I knew you were going to do that, I could have gone with a marker and changed that thing and you guys would all have scanned it. So it just seems to me like, is anybody having this issue with spoofing QR codes? Is it happening yet? Yes. It is a defense?
Yeah, I think this is a side topic here, but with spoofing QR codes, people are kind of thinking about having signed QR codes and then verifying signatures. I think there are a couple of things. And I think you see these attacks, like I'm driving through the city and there's some tourist information QR code, and it's kind of direct to a malicious site, drive-by attack, and then being kind of forwarded somewhere else. That's pretty straightforward attack vector.
I just wanted to bring it up to all, because I'll notice there was just a common thread, not just your demo.
Absolutely. Yeah. So secure QR codes, companies are working on this. Yeah. Excellent. Questions to trusted issuers. There must be at least one question. Mirko.
Yeah, does this approach scale? So what is the limit when I want to increase the number and the number, let's say I want to put every company from Germany in this list, then I would be about 1 million entries. Does it scale, or do I need some other approach, like a typical web service where I query a more performant database?
So, as I said, this was implemented by my colleagues, but I can only guess that the only limit is Ethereum smart contract limits. So, as you can see in the GitHub, the smart contract actually is there. Let me quickly find it. Internally, this is organized as a map. So I don't know, to be honest.
I think it scales,
the technical
and
details.
the question is, we don't need to scale it, because if you have an industry domain use case, I have a handful of trust issuers, less than 10 or around 10, and then we don't need to scale it. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but I would say that the question is totally valid. Yeah, because
Absolutely.
we immediately think about like scaling up. What if we have I don't know, thousands or hundreds of issuers?
Well, I mean, my question was very closely related, which is, what is the cost to store the state? So is the state being stored on the chain, or is it being stored
Exactly.
off chain? And does that mean, as you reach hundreds, that it costs thousands of dollars worth of gas to do? So.
I guess so. I guess that the Ethereum specialist would answer that better, but because I've never worked with Solidity. But yeah, the important point is that reading is free. For whoever wants to check if like an issuer or an authority is on a list, that's free. But for the party which hosts the list, yeah, it might cost something.
And final question.
Not a question.
Okay, a comment. Excellent.
One of the approaches is you combine what we just saw before with what you're doing, and then use networks of trusted issuer schemes or trust frameworks. That's how people do it right now, in the real world, in the legal world. So talk to me. We can make this, join it up, and actually have a scoring system.
Cool. Yeah, just maybe one more note today in the working group, because actually these days we are working with Manu and other guys on this topic. So in the end we agreed that maybe even a combination of all the methods will be the best solution here. But yeah, step by step.
And now a very big applause for
Thank you.
Konstantin. Thank you.